Shalom, let us give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rokah, Kodash, Brakatah. Done my honors to the apostles, the great millstone, salutation to the brothers, teaching truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This is Lord Battles coming at y'all with another one. I'm going to start this in Psalm 17 and 13. What I'm going to touch on is the Lord used other nations to do his will. You know, the Lord uses other nations to do his will. Point in case right now here in America, how the fuck did we get over here? We was brought over here in cargo slave ships by the so-called Africans, which are Hamite tribes, the Arab tribes, and the number one, the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right. So the Lord used these nations to put hell on us. And now he used all the nations to put hell on us, man. But now what's happening now is we coming back to the good graces of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. And now he's turning the wheel, per se. So now nations is turning against itself, and all nations is turning against the so-called white man, the Edomites. All right, this is Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Right, when we go off, the Lord used other nations to be his personal sword to punish us. All right. And I'm gonna just line up some scripture just to prove that, to prove what I'm saying, you know, and even what's going on in America. The Lord using other nations to destroy America. He's using us, of course, spiritually, but as for the whole war and economic trade wars and bringing this place down, the crashing of the dollar. The Lord is doing that, of course. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, he gets all the glory, but he using people like he using Russia, he using North Korea, he using China, using Iraq, Iran, other Middle Eastern nations, India to have to get away from the dollar, man. You know, to crash the dollar, to crash America, to bring down America. He control other nations. All right. What scripture do I want? So let me get this in Isaiah 14. Isaiah 10. This Isaiah 10. I'm gonna start at 4. I'm gonna start at 5. O Assyrians, the rod of my anger and the staff in their hand is my indignation. See? O Assyrian, man, in this contact, in the contact, because I know people gonna watch this video, people scoffers. Yeah, in its contact, they was talking about us. You know, they was talking about how when we in the time Isaiah was prophesying that, the Assyrians basically were controlled by the Most High. There was the rod of the Most High anger to come up against us, to take the northern kingdom into slavery. So it said, "O Assyrian, the rod of my anger and the staff in their hand is my indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, against the people of my wrath, will I give him a charge to take spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Once again, history repeats itself, man. And right now, two-thirds of our nation is not coming back to the Lord. So the Lord gonna use his heathen anointed ones to put hell on two-thirds of our people, man. Even to test our faith, also, man. All right, and then Lord using other nations to bring down America too, which is a hypocritical nation. So you can look at the scripture in a prophetic way to line it up what's going on in modern day time. All right. So let me get this article real quick. It's a World War III. This is from Express.co.uk. It say World War III threats. World War III. Vladimir Putin, Russia now a serious problem for the West, warns UK MP. So the West is talking about like the States, the US. They say Russia is a problem. Yeah, because the Lord anointed. Hear what I'm saying, Vladimir Putin. I mean, the Lord had to anoint him. The Lord using him to be his anointed one. Now, what I mean by anointed one. First, let's just look up the word anointed. All right. Excuse me. Basically, it say to ordain. A synonym for anointed is ordain. So here's one of his ordained ones, right? Now follow me with this before y'all, when you rash people have a heart attack about what I mean. Because I don't mean he's not anointed to be, he's not a part of the elect. He's not non-Israelite is not going to make it. You have to be an Israelite to make it. You have to be. The Lord didn't choose anyone else but Israelite. What I mean by anointed, he chose heathen to do certain wills. To perform certain acts. And this is going to sum it up with what I'm saying. Isaiah 45:1. Thus said the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus. This is Cyrus. This is talking about Cyrus II. All right. This is talking about Cyrus II. Basically, Cyrus, the king of Persia. Right. Isaiah prophesied this dude, King of Cyrus, because at the time we was in this context, we was. See, I'm gonna read everything in this context form, so we don't have scoffers talking shit in this content, in this chronological timeline. We was basically in the Babylonian Empire. And Isaiah prophesied that Cyrus would come 200 years before that Babylonian was gonna fall under Cyrus, right? Under the kings of the Persians, right? So the Lord anointed Cyrus to do that act, to perform that simple, to guess what? To get us out of slavery, so we can. And then we have rebuilt the temple. So the Lord, this is the perfect example that the Lord uses heathen to do a will to help us. So just like Vladimir Putin. And so I'm gonna just finish reading Isaiah 45:1. Thus said the Lord, He to His anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden, to subdue nations before him. Right, because the Lord prophesied this 200 years before this even happened. To subdue nations that was given us hell. Persians had Edomites in slavery. They actually gave us leave to go and to build our temple, man. You know, I think that's when you read I believe Esdras, if I'm not mistaken, Zerubbabel was one of the guys that led us up out of there. And it said to subdue the nations before him, and will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two lead gates, and the gates shall not be shut. I will go before thee, and I will make the quick place straight, and I will break in pieces the gates of brass, and cut in the sunder the bars of iron. Right, so I will give thee the treasure of darkness, and the hidden riches of secret plans. Secret places, that thou mayest know that I am the Lord which called thee by the name, and the God of Israel, for my servant's sake. Right, the Lord does this for his servant's sake. See, I'm going to finish reading. For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel my elect, I have called thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. Right. He doing all this for his elect's sake, man. Yahweh Shah, beautiful, man. He set up heathen kings. So once again, he set up veteran. Now, guess what? Now, what this does is put fear in Americans, in the so-called, your average so-called white man, even the top Edomites. They scared of Russia, man. Russia have nuclear capability. They have something they call Satan 2s. They say the Satan 2, once it's released, it can't be stopped. Once it can't be tracked, it can't be controlled. There's no missile defense system that can block that, because the Lord put He gonna put his anger, his spirit in that missiles. He's the one. The Most High really is the one that's shooting the missiles off, those arrows off. Another fact why I believe that Vladimir Putin is anointed heathen of the Most High, because this motherfucker been president for 4 terms. Usually the rule is you do 2 terms, and this Vladimir Putin, he just started another 4th term, man. This man is on a mission. The Most High got this man on a fucking mission. This not going to see, this place don't got. And Russia, only thing it talks about is World War III. It said Russia has stoked World War III fear in recent years after aggressively annexing Crimea and allegedly interfering in U.S. presidential election. Right. The Lord got Russia on a mission, just like how the Lord had Cyrus on a mission from the day he was born. The Lord had sanctioned Cyrus to do a specific task for his servant, for Jacob, his servant's sake, even for his elect. All that for his people. It wasn't because he did it for us anyway. Vladimir Putin got a warmonger spirit, because that's going to bring forth prophecy for us to get the hell up out of here, us to get delivered out of America. And I'm sorry if I blocked off the volume. So like it for that. So once again, the Lord anointed these